Within the seed is the tree by the cosmos, as Anton Fried. Those were the words of Goethe that inspired me to paint this painting. I think that the idea that he was putting across is that within all of us is a seed, that with nurturing and love we can reach our potential. In the 90s, I designed an art, craft and drama program using creativity and imagination to teach children about the environment, about arts, about themselves. This program started in the Rossville State School, but very soon people heard about what I was doing, and I started teaching all over Cape York and on the tablelands. So the sort of things we would do is walk out into the bush and have a look around and see what we could find. This is a group of kids at Laura's school. We always found rubbish, but there was also sticks and stones and boxes. And this box got turned into a puppet theatre, and the sticks and the seed pods got turned into puppets. The children came up with some wonderful stories, and at the end of the week they put on a performance to the community. So I've always found that if you work with children in an imaginative way, in a creative way, then they become engaged, that they're stimulated and they're really responsive. This is building a cubby house at Rossville State School out of bamboo and grasses and coconut leaf. So if you give the children the tools and materials, their creative imagination knows no bounds. Here they've used some the sheaths from the palm leaves and some things that they found in the grounds of Bloomfield State School to create those amazing masks. So in 2014, Cape York Natural Resource Management approached myself and Andrea Gower to develop a program to teach environmental issues through the arts. We managed to get funding from the Department of Environment and Heritage to do a litter and illegal dumping program. So here we are sorting through some ghost nets and walking through the bush collecting materials for the program at Weipa. So we became Cape Create, and we worked with Yumi Arts and Cape York NRM. And Litter Ed, through Transforming Trash, a recycled art education program, was born. We go into the schools and we give some really hard-hitting messages to the kids. We tell the kids about how the plastic bags look like jellyfish and how the turtles and dolphins and whales think that that's some of their favourite food and choke and starve. We tell them that, you know, how many birds and fish die. This is a wrap that we made. There's 18,000 pieces of plastic to every square K floating in our oceans every day. That's because we want a message to reach those young people. But we also tell them about the creative things that are happening around the world, how people are transforming their trash into art. So in Argentina, thousands of water bottles got turned into these amazing fish, and these crocodiles were made out of tyres, and that's in Russia, being a tourist attraction. So what I found was when you went into the schools with a big pile of rubbish, the kids sort of look at that rubbish not in the same way as we might. They become incredibly focused. They'll look at that pile of rubbish and they'll seem to sort through it, but they know exactly what it is they're after. We give them the tools of drills and saws and knives and glue guns, and they just make the most incredible artwork. So when we're using fun and art and a child's natural imagination to instill messages that will change their behaviours. When we went to Mapoon State School, they told us that one of the big issues there was that when the kids left school in the afternoon, they would go to the shop and they would buy lollies and drinks and ice creams. And as they walked home or got a lift home, they would just throw the rubbish out on the street. all those children told us at the end of the program that they would never do that again, and that they would tell their parents to stop if they saw them throwing something out of the window as they were driving along. So part of the program that we're looking at is also leaving something behind that will keep that message rolling after we're gone. Now this is Garbage Guts the fish, and at the Weeper Fishing Classic we carried her or him up to the stage. We asked the organisers to weigh him in, but they wouldn't. But they gave us the opportunity to talk to, I don't know, maybe it was 2,000 or 3,000 people about actually what we were doing. This is at the Western Cape College, where a group of the senior students sorted through hundreds, if not thousands, of bottle tops to create this fantastic mural that Dana Vola from Arakoon designed. And this has the totems of all the students that live in the residential building, and that's been installed in the residential building there at Western Cape College. Now, the latest project I've been doing is working with a local artist, Jane Dennis, to create an infogram. This is the life cycle of a plastic bottle. So the fellow throws the plastic bottle out, it goes down the waterways, it ends up in the ocean, breaks up into little pieces, it gets eaten by the fish, gets caught by the fishermen, and this guy is eating the plastic. So our message is reduce, reuse, recycle, rethink, but mostly it's respect, and it's about respect for our environment and respect for each other. So thank you.